I think you're an unbelievably brave journalist for what you went through. I've got to say that. I think you're a dog with a bone with that stuff. You're the right man to try and clean up the sport.
Unbelievably brave. Hold on. I'm a bully. I bully people in no response.
Paul, could you let me finish, please? I let you. Hang on, Paul.
I can't stay
Paul,
quiet.
Excuse me.
I'm bitter.
Paul, let Luke
let me have it. I think all this work is fantastic. What do I stand for? I think cleaning up sports and getting doping out of sports is a great... Let me finish, please. I completely agree with you. I want a clean sport as well. I want a clean sport.
So explain the issue you had then.
My issue is that, and to go back to the original point is, I have a problem with you calling a bunch of guys cheats. When have you cheated in sport? Have you cheated?
Well, I think it's perfectly obvious. Perfectly obvious.
So you're saying you have? Is that what you're saying?
Perfectly obvious that I have.
And I suppose the point you're making about it being for whatever 3 weeks, do you think that's okay then?
Did I say it was okay? Have you ever tried to excuse what I did? You haven't read that, so I mean, I'll let you read it and come back to me if you want to ask me again. But,
but cheat is an emotive word, Paul. Do you regret using it in the context of the Dublin...
No, cheat is not in the emotive word. Cheat is a fact. That's what happened on Sunday. That's what happened Sunday. Now, hold on a second. One
do you think
point.
in a team sport,
One point.
Okay.
I asked you where you stand, okay? And I'm going to address cheating now with some questions for you about cheating, because you've asked some of me. I asked you where you stand. In your year on this podcast, and...
we only just started the podcast.
In interviews you've done. In your year of retirement, let's put it like that. In your year of retirement, you did something that I really, really admired. I wish I could say it was multiple times, but it was one time. And the one thing you did I really admired was when you stood up and made a very valid point about the residency rules and how unfair they were.
Paul, like I said,
okay?
I think we've got a lot more in common than you think.
So this is what I want you to tell me, Luke. We both stand up for the same thing, but you do it because you believe it's the right thing. And how do I do it? Because it's bitter. Why am I bitter if we both stand up for the same thing? Why do you attribute bitterness to me for the same point? You say I've tried to court controversy. I've just produced 5 years and 5 months of legal documents. You think that's fun? You think I do that for fun? You think I get kicks out of that? You think I get kicks out of my best friend going to the Evening Press in 1990?
I absolutely
You
do
think
not.
you got kicks out of the abuse? And you wonder why I'm angry? 2 days ago you're calling me bitter.
I didn't call you bitter 2 days ago.
Well, you called me bitter in February. 2 days ago you called me a mouth, a bully. Yes or no, a bully?
Look at you now, you're
yes or
raising
no,
your
bully.
voice.
So if somebody called you that, you don't get angry about it.
Listen, Paul, we're looking to have a debate here, a discussion.
No, I'm holding you account.
That's
I'm
fine.
holding you to account.
You can do that in lots of ways. And
I'm holding you to account for what you said about me.
And you're entitled to do that in any way that you want and that you see fit. What I would say is, and you talk about
You're telling me I'm shouting and I'm angry.
Well,
I'm not entitled to shout and be angry because you've insulted me.
No, I actually what I just said was that you're entitled to do that any way you want.
To do what Dublin did.
There's the rules. Now, you go through them. You go through them, and you tell me where it's okay to do what Dublin did last week.
Just for the listeners,
it's okay. The referee. Do you see this? These rules. The referee is supposed to enforce these, Paul. Well, that's his job. Is it not? Is it or is it not?
There's very little disincentive for Dublin to do what they did. It's just a black card in the last minute. Kieran Shannon made a good point today.
That's okay.
But they should have just given
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying...
I'm calling it cheating.
It's Paul. I'm calling what you did cheating. I think that is
cynical. What happened last week?
That is cynical. We've decided that the referee is.
So let's discuss what cheating is again. I'll ask you more questions about what cheating is. Okay, winning the All Ireland isn't enhancing your performance.
What?
How's that? How is winning the All Ireland not enhancing your performance?
What? You enhance your performance to try and win the All Ireland. It has nothing to do. They're not correlated. Now, what I would say is
absolutely,
they're absolutely not correlated.
So the ball is put down. There's a minute left on the clock. Okay, Dave Clark is looking for a man to pass the ball to.
They all go down. The first thing the ref sees,
he looks up.
Kieran Kilkenny was black carded, and I think Cormac Costello was yellow carded. So they were punished to the extent of the law. Kieran Shannon made a good point in his column today. If there was a rule whereby if you do a black card offence, it's a 25-metre free. Now that would be a proper punishment.
Was that orchestrated? What they did? Was it orchestrated?
I would say it absolutely was. They're trying to win the game.
But that's not cheating.
That's absolutely not cheating.
So it's orchestrated that 3 Mayo players are wrestled to the ground in the dying minutes of the game. But that's not cheating in your book.
It absolutely is not. I'll tell you what it is. Taking performance-enhancing drugs and giving yourself an unfair advantage in training when everyone else is doing it the right way. That's cheating to me. These guys are doing it the right way. They are doing it the right way. They're doing it within the rules. The referee is supposed to do it.
This is the right way.
This is the
right
sorry.
way.
Excuse me, I've misspoke. What I meant to say was there's a big difference. These guys are doing. I actually wasn't relating the cheating thing to them. I was speaking about the Dublin team completely separately. I've already made my stance on that very clear. That is cynical play. The referee is supposed to do it. It is absolutely not cheating. What is cheating is doing performance enhancing drugs.
Dublin were doing,
and that's why I think that was my original issue. Is that you're like, I just think it was an unbelievable contradiction for a guy who's been cheating to call the Dublin team a bunch of cheaters. I just can't believe it. That was and that is why we are here.
So Paul isn't allowed raise points about cynical play, cheating, whatever, just because he did something 20 years ago.
Well, I think calling someone
years.
a cheater, I take that very seriously, and I think that's cynical play. And I think what say Paul has done is cheating. Would you agree with that, Paul?
Well, clearly I don't agree with it.
He thinks it's all easy.
You would blanket. You would say that that's as bad as taking performance enhancing drugs.
I didn't say it was as bad. I said it was cheating. I didn't say there are degrees.
But by branding it all
you
the
could
same.
say that maybe there's no degrees of cheating. I actually think there are degrees of cheating. But I'm telling you, in my book, what they did on Sunday was a disgraceful way to win in Ireland, and it was cheating. And that's what I said on the Off the Ball podcast, and that's the point you took umbrage at. How does that make me a bully?
Oh, well, I tell you what I feel, but my own feelings on the bully thing is that I feel like you're incredibly aggressive, and I think that people are afraid to. I know in the rugby circles, people are afraid to have dialogue with you because they're afraid of you. Genuinely, they are, because I think you're an angry guy, and I think and off the back of that, I think there's a feeling out there that you're a bully. That's why I said that, and that's why I'm happy to address the bullying comment now.
So, am I a bully or not?
I think you are.
All
I think you've been pointing your finger in my face for half the show here. Every time you brought in massive amounts of I suppose it's historical information now to back up a claim about I don't know what you were trying to do. You were trying to absolve yourself from what I can see of any wrongdoing during this 3-week stint, which is I suppose trying to minimalise cheating and what the cheating that you did. I think everything here was an intimidation tactic. I think you're a bully.
There's absolutely nothing I can say to that. Well done.
Nothing else to add?
I have nothing to add to that at all. I'm sorry. I just like to apologise to all those rugby players I terrify.
Yeah. Apology accepted, Paul. I'll be the first one to accept that.
You made some statements to me on Twitter rather than picking up the phone to me. So I said, well, I'm here to answer whatever you got to say to me.
Well, and I think
that's what men do.
And that's what we just did, I think. Did we not? Did we?
We did.
Did you enjoy it?
Not particularly, no.
Do you enjoy much, Dave? You feel like an angry guy, genuinely.
Well, you keep. You don't know me.
Though?
I've met you once.
I'd love to get to know you because I genuinely would get to know you because
you've never met me, and yet you ascribe all this crap about me.
Lads,
you don't know me from
you can continue this off air. I'd like to thank Paul for coming in tonight. Luke, thanks for coming in as always. That's it for the Left Wing this week. You can get us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Independent.ie. We'll be back next week for another podcast. Until then, thank you so much for listening, and goodbye.